So many people ask me, how do you make money on Instagram? And Cyrissa is living proof that it can happen in a very short period of time if you invest in the relationship first and absolutely engage authentically on Instagram.
Big.
Right?
Big.
So the story of Cyrissa is she saw me speaking on Creative Live. She's a photographer. Did it come over from the photography channel, or how did you know I was speaking?
So I get notifications all the time through my email about Creative Live courses, and I usually watch the photography ones.
Yeah.
And I saw this Instagram one, and at the time I had one account. It was kind of business, kind of personal, and I really had no idea what I was doing. Like, my version of hashtags was like the Jimmy Fallon, Justin Timberlake skit.
Okay.
So when I watched her course, I was like, oh my gosh, this girl is magnetic. So we were on vacation in Cape Cod, and that's where Sue's from. And so I just kind of stalked you, Dill.
Okay, so you saw the Creative Live course.
Yes.
Did you buy the course?
Yes, I did. Okay. You need to do that if you haven't done it already. It's incredible.
Okay, so she saw me on Creative Live, and she learned from what I taught from the stage for 3 days. It was an 18-hour course, amazing. And then in the summer, I live on Cape Cod because I run my store, Subi-Doo, on Cape Cod. And Cyrissa followed the geotag to my store because I teach that when you tag your photos with the geotag, it makes it easier for people that want to find you to be able to do so, and especially since my store is down this long, windy road.
It was an adventure.
and hard to get to. The geotag is really important. And also when you geotag, the photos are curated with everyone else that uses that same geotag.
Yes.
So Cyrissa followed the geotag to Subi-Doo and to Subi-Doo. And I wasn't at the store at the time. I was getting my nails done because I love to get my nails done. See the anchor? Yeah. So she barged into where I was getting my nails done, right in the Pompanesett Marketplace, and we met. And she's like, OMG.
And all I wanted, I told my husband, all I wanted was my hashtag picture with Sue. And then when we started talking, we realized we were actually like a really good fit, and we kind of feed off of each other's energy, which is what I love. And that's what I love about Instagram, and is developing those relationships. You know, I have a client, a bride of mine who's now living in Australia, and through Sue, I've met an Australian chocolatier, Chocolate Johnny.
Chocolate Johnny, we love you.
And because I developed a relationship with him, I had him ship chocolates to my bride, who they're both on the Australian continent, and she's expecting her first. So because of that relationship, I was able to love on my own clients, and it's just really cool to see the way those relationships develop in a way that can't be done on some other social network platforms, which is what I really enjoy about it.
Right, especially the international relationships that you just mentioned.
Yes.
So, so all you wanted was that hashtag picture. And by the way, there is another video here on YouTube showcasing that encounter when we first met. But the reason I wanted to bring Cyrissa back on is to talk to you about the money. It's you know, everyone's like, how do you make money? So Cyrissa, I hired her, of course, to do my photo shoot. I flew her in from Ohio. She came on Cape Cod, and we did a whirlwind, flat out 6 hours, 10 outfit change on the Cape this summer.
32 gigs of photos.
I wanted the photo session to be all about nautical vibe, and it was in the summer, and it was fabulous. And so I have a fabulous client, Jill Boudreau. She is a luxury real estate agent here in Wellesley, Massachusetts, and she needed new photos. So I said, you have to hire Cyrissa. She is awesome. And the best time to have her come, in my opinion, for real estate is in September, when the leaves aren't completely changed and the snow isn't on the ground, and it's not in the middle of summer where there's no green leaves.
And Boston in the fall is just beautiful no matter what.
Beautiful. Yeah, but we wanted Jill's photos to not be
just that.
We wanted them to be evergreen. So when I said to Cyrissa, would you come? Would you shoot? She's like, absolutely. Right?
And, absolutely, yeah. And working with Jill, she's been so incredibly nice. We've really been able to start to capture, we've already finished day 1, we're doing day 2 today. We've started to capture the vibe and her brand. And, you know, we talked about how she wanted to appear on camera, and so we've really made sure that we've been consistent with what she's been presenting to her clients, because that's another key piece. You know, Sue talked about curating what you have on Instagram, and if you're posting, you know, a picture of me with jeans, you know, on a Adirondack chair, and then you're selling, you know, high-end luxury homes, that doesn't really jive. So what we're trying to do is develop images
around Jill's brand.
Exactly.
And I like that you said the brand, because that's part of the acronym with my name, with the new CD that I was talking about, which is, you know, and then if you are this person, if you are this business owner, there's 4 things I want to say right now, and then in closing we'll go back to the whole money piece. The 4 things are S for Sue B. Start now. Just get on Instagram. Start. Make a name. You know, consistent branding for yourself on there, and just. You don't need a website. You don't need a fancy website. You just need your cell phone and Instagram to get going.
And what I love, I have to interrupt for a second.
Yeah.
I love on your Creative Live, you just said everyone starts somewhere. You know, Sue is huge, and I know when I looked at it, I was like, oh my gosh, I have like 200 followers right now. You just start somewhere. It's okay if you're at the beginning.
Yes, you had 200 followers then, and you almost have 800 now, and her conversion rate is amazing. At Immerse Photography. That's Cyrissa's account. And so the S is for start now. The U is for understand your market, because if you really understand your market, and Cyrissa clearly understands her photography market, then you will attract those that are attracted to what you love to do and share with the world. And the E is for everyone matters. You never know who you are going to meet on Instagram or in person, as long as you take the time to connect authentically from the heart. And the B, which is what you just said, is brand consistency. So being super uber consistent with your branding on everything that you do, so it resonates across multiple platforms. And Instagram is no different than that. So you can visually showcase your imagery through storytelling on Instagram, and connect that with everything else that you do on your other platforms.
Absolutely.
So that is my new CD, Insta Awesome Success Tips, and I just wanted to bring it into this video because I think it's pertinent here. But most importantly, understanding that you should not lead with money on Instagram. You shouldn't lead with follow for follow, shout out for shout out. It's all about engaging. It's all about connecting. This is living proof that what happened from Instagram has now turned into a wonderful friendship, and I want to say partnership, because I won't be working with any other photographers from now on. She is just amazing. So I am equally appreciative of the relationship that Cyrissa is. So do you want to say any words in closing?
I just think the thing to remember with Instagram is that it's all about being authentic. You know, one of the things that Sue talked to me about is she's like, when someone comments on one of your photos, you know, respond to them. And, you know, a lot of us started out on Facebook, and it was kind of creepy if somebody you didn't know commented on a picture
or asked you to friend you.
Yeah, that was always so weird. But you know, on Instagram it's not like that. So don't be afraid to contact someone and say, hey, thanks for the new follow. You know, send them a direct message, or just, you know, comment and engage with them as though, you know, you're a friend of theirs. And so when I have someone say something on one of my photos and they're like, oh my gosh, because I love taking photos of dancers, they'll be like, this makes me want to dance.
Perfect.
And I write back and I'm like, I know, me too. I wish that was me in that picture. So just be authentic, and don't be afraid to shine who you are, because that's why people love you. You are your brand, so don't be afraid to shine.
Absolutely. So what I like to say is, subscribe to this YouTube channel if you found some value, some fun, had some insight.
It's right down here.
Leave a comment. We want to know what part of this video resonated for you. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. And this is what I say. Take a screenshot. We have to do our screenshot pic first with the fingers. And post it to Instagram, tag at Sue B. Zimmerman, at the Instagram expert, also tag Cyrissa at Immerse Photography. Or you can use the hashtag Sue B. Zimmerman, and it will be curated with all the other pictures on Instagram
and
that are also
famous.
That are also using the hashtag Sue B. Zimmerman. And you know, I did an interview with someone recently, and she told me about this hashtag on steroids that I actually just love. So we're gonna do that too. You ready? So it's with your hands out, and now you cross over, and I look up and say. So thanks so much.
You could be part of this fun. Come with us. We're fun.